easily, do it easily if you don't know your subject matter. Yes or no? You have to study.
Pass.
That's what.
Tomorrow there is English test.
Yeah.
Mistake and adventures of photo. And Legend of Notre Dame is also written.
Only snake and this one and legend. Shall we start?
Which chapter?
We had to do this one now. In the kingdom of fools. In the kingdom of fools. But we had to do that. Yeah, see, check.
This one. This one.
That question answer we had not done. But if they come, then I teach them again. Huh?
What?
The kingdom of fools has to be done because we have not done with them. No, that's right.
You done
with you. No, with you. Because you were all alone that day, na? And you said, ma'am, it is coming for the test.
Next day, sorry. Last Saturday.
But last Saturday, the day that after that Saturday, I was also not well. No, you went for picnic and I didn't come. No, bacha. I was not well. Na? I didn't teach them. Think so. If they come, then I'll teach them.
Okay. Last Saturday, what you got?
No. We did the legend of Northland and we did another chapter, no? My childhood. ये दोनों आने वाले हैं कि नहीं आने वाले?
This question answers remaining.
Yes, but for them I have not taught them that. I had not even started with them that. I told them when you were late, you will be absent at the end of this. Very good. Okay.
This and my childhood.
We did last time we did my childhood.
This and my childhood. So what
we do my childhood first, question answers. Okay, let's do my childhood first. And side first to side.
After that, kingdom of fools.
Yeah.
Question answer. So actually, Kaushik has exam on Monday. I will not come.
Kaushik has exam on Monday? But just now exam got over now, you said me?
No. Yeah, but वापस start हो गया इसका. हाँ? वापस start हो गया इसका exam.
Again it started?
Okay. It started. Yeah. This is done, no? This. Who is the narrator? Abdul Kalam is the narrator. In this paragraph.
Page number 146. Kaushik is not coming. He will pass or he will not pass. What happened to you? Why are you all down?
Nothing.
Sure?
Yes.
It looks as if you got up from the seat, right? We'll do volume 2, I think. Volume 1. We did question answers of Abdul Kalam, my childhood. Did you finish?
No.
We'll do that first.
And the kingdom of fools not done.
In the kingdom of fools, I'll explain. I'll explain and then we'll do again. So one more time. But after this, we will do, now we'll do the question answer of my childhood. And then after that, in the kingdom of fools. Okay.
Who is the narrator?
Abdul Kalam was born at?
And wait.
Who
Which
is
number? Where are you? Which page number?
131.
You have to do this, huh?
No, done this.
Which?
Page number 131 we had done?
Done.
No.
Done. Yeah.
Acha, ठीक है. So which one?
English done.
136. 136.
Done.
Over the narrator?
Huh?
Who was the narrator?
In this one, yeah.
मैम ये किधर किया?
Yeah. Who is the narrator? This one.
Abdul Kalam was the narrator, na?
Yeah,
136.
Abdul Kalam.
Who is he? He is scientist. He is a scientist.
No. Who is he? According to the line, observing my hesitation, he told me not to get upset, saying once you decide to change the system, such problems. So it is schoolmaster, na? What was the schoolmaster's name? It's reference to context, na baab mein. Look at the context. The sector, yeah, according to the line, you have to give the answer, na?
His name was Shivasubramanian.
Correct. Was he? He was Shiva Subramanian.
Why was the narrator hesitant to eat food with the Hindu food? He was hesitant on he was upset.
No, because the wife was
Not serving.
very conservative, orthodox. It's written there, na?
Orthodox.
It's written, na?
Find the word from the passage that mean to deal with. Change the system.
No.
To be confirmed.
Conflicted. Really the word conflicted.
Name the Hindu priest son and the Muslim boy. Hindu priest son
What was the
is
name?
Shiva Prakasan.
And Muslim boy is
Abdul Kalam.
What did the teacher do?
Who is
Then, wait.
According to the RTC, what did the teacher do?
The teacher has told Abdul Kalam to sit at the back.
Correct.
What was the children's reaction? It was in accordance with the school ranking and movement soil.
What was the children's reaction?
Children's reaction. Yeah. You always said, yeah.
No, he looked utterly downcast as he shifted his seat to the last row.
He looked utterly downcast as he shifted to his seat in the last row.
He felt very sad and so did Ramananda Shastri. Written that.
Which word in the passage mean agreement? Social ranking? Methods.
Which word?
Then
Accordance.
Yes, accordance.
How did Abdul Kalam feel when he earned his first wages? Abdul Kalam felt when he earned his
This page number 69. 69. Look at the last 2-3 lines.
First wages. Here.
He felt the
In
surge of.
fact, Ramananda Shastri was
No. Where are you?
here.
This before that.
Half a century later,
Still
he can still feel the surge of pride in earning his own money the first time.
That is the surge of that, right?
what is the meaning of present?
What is the meaning of? Rebel is when you go against somebody, na? Against a system, against a cheat
Like
teacher.
in this, in Spanish teacher has gone to.
He didn't believe in the orthodox, this one, he didn't believe in any caste discrimination. He made them sit along together, right? So here it is, na?
In what way was the
Here see, page 72. He did his best to break social barriers so that people from varying backgrounds could mingle easily. He used to spend hours with him and
Page number
and
69.
he would say Kalam. I want you to develop so that you are on par the highly educated people of big cities.
Right. Because he broke. This is what he was. Though he was an orthodox Brahmin, he did his best to break all social barriers. That is the answer.
Wow.
So that people from varying background could mingle easily. Got it? Page number, paragraph 8. Paragraph 8. Look at paragraph 8. Look at this one. Uh, yeah, he did his best to break social barriers so that people from varying backgrounds could mingle easily. Got it? Line? Okay. Next one.
What did Abdul do after the Second World War was over? After the Second World was over, Abdul Kalam, Indians will build their own India, declared Gandhi.
Paragraph 10.
The whole country was filled
No,
with
what
that.
did he do? The question is, what did he do? He asked his father.
He asked his father for permission to leave Rameswaram
and study at the district
to
headquarters
live
in
in
Ramanathapuram.
Correct. That's what he did. Okay?
Distance. Please.
Very good. One man. So what did he answer?
It makes sense.
In fact, I would say mine was a very secure childhood, both materially and emotionally, in what way was the speaker's childhood secure? Explain this statement in the text of lesson matter.
So tell me what all things will come. What are things will come?
Very system means system.
This one. What do you know about APJ Abdul Kalam?
That's all.
APJ Abdul Kalam tells us that his family was a very middle class family from Rameshwaram. His father, Jainul was not much educated, wasn't rich, but was a generous, wise, simple man, but very straight and severe.
Strict and severe.
Strict and severe.
Not strict, no?
Yes. His mother, Ashiamma, was a generous lady and used to feed unlimited number of people of their home. Kalam's family respected all religion. They took part in Hindu festival. His mother and grandmother told him stories from Ramayana. They always showed their love on their children and never forced them their through on them.
Hearts. You know?
The thoughts of them Abdul Kalam was great influenced by his parents. His father taught him in the value of self-discipline and honesty. From his mother, he inherent faith in goodness and deep kindness. His parents were not rich, but they provided their children all the
Basic spelling is wrong. SIC.
basic necessities for of life like food, clothes and medicines. As Abdul Kalam parent greatly influenced him.
Thus,
Okay?
program science served a new feature, different in each and every respect.
Aspect.
Explain this segment in context of the lesson. My childhood. Yeah. Subramania here is not.
Correct.
The science teacher wanted to break social barriers. First incident of friendship was when he exhorted Kalam to be highly educated and he recognized the intelligence of the child. His friendly advice gave inspiration to Kalam for further studies, and later on Kalam asked his father's permission to go to the district headquarters for higher studies. The other incident occurred when he invited Kalam to his house for a meal.
Okay. That
Orthodox
first
wife,
paragraph and the first paragraph of B.
yeah,
A and B both. Because the difference between the two teachers.
this one is
A and B both.
where I was.
Because it is why it is what is there different in each and every
But
respect.
in schools, cats are not allowed. Like,
Now, reach the reverse.
Lakshmana Shastri.
So that means two. It was two different, not two different teachers. One who was a rebel who went against social customs and traditions, and he made everybody mingle with each other, every caste and everything. He didn't worry about that. And the other made the children sit. That means the Muslims cannot sit with the Hindus like that. Yes, those two.
The incident occurred when he invited Kalam to his house for a meal. The Orthodox wife was horrified. Idea of Muslim boy.
Okay. Now in this one D 150 was explained.
It's not. C.
All the answers are the same. Teachers can either make or break their students' life. Sight.
Oh yeah.
Sight is basically tell. CIT, sight. Whenever that word comes, that means tell. SIGHT, sight is look. SIT, sight is the place where the building is constructed or where that.
site, acha, SIT.
And CIT, sight, pronunciation is the same. Okay, CIT, sight means tell about two incidents. Clear? Understood the pronunciation is the same, only thing the spellings are different. Meanings are different. That is homophones. Okay? Let's do this. The kingdom of foods. You have managed because no, the day he had to go to picnic, he had his it was for his exam, no, that's why. And you said picnic and then you said he exam mein aa raha hai. You didn't do tell me that. That's why we did it, no? You were absent. You and Kakash was absent. And then Virat first day only ran away, no? चलो.
नहीं मतलब उसने इंग्लिश लिया है.
In the kingdom of fools, both the king and the minister were Indians.
Now, what do you mean in the kingdom of fools? You let's say be quiet. What do you mean in the kingdom of fools? It's only to the
people
topic.
that are fool or dangerous or harmful.
Correct. Foolish people will think they are dangerous. No, he's smarter than this.
Yes.
He's smarter than this. We think other people are fool, but actually when I know. So that's wrong, no? That's
Yeah.
so it is when people, like foolish people are absolutely dangerous. Because you don't know, they are unpredictable, right? What they will do, right? And that's why that's why they're absolutely dangerous. So now see.
In the kingdom of fools, both the king and the minister were Indians. They didn't want to run things like other kings, so they decided to change night into day and day into night. They ordered that everyone should be awake at night, in their fields, and run their businesses only after dark, and go to bed as soon as the sun came up. Anyone who disobeyed would be punished with death. The people did as they were told for fear of death. The king and the minister were delighted at the success of their project. One day, the Guru and his disciple arrived in the city. It was a beautiful city with broad daylight, but there was no one about. Everyone was asleep, not a mouse stirring. Even the cattle had been taught to sleep by day. The two strangers were amazed by what they saw around them and wandered around town till evening when suddenly the whole town woke up and went about its nightly business.
How do you know they were foolish?
Because when the sun came up, they were going to pray. And when the moon came up, they were going to office or the
They were never. What do you mean by till the field?
so that
Till their field. What do you mean by till their field?
Seriously,
Till का मतलब क्या होता है? TILL till.
till they prayed.
when means afterwards.
Plowing. Till their field is plowing. Okay. What do you know by what do you mean by stirring?
Moving.
Stirring is moving. So here, why did the people? What did the people do? Sorry, what did the king order the people to do? What did the king order the people to do?
Nothing.
It's written there.
Which language? And which
It's not
Minister
there.
was idiots.
No, what did he order to do?
king was idiot.
Both were idiots. Now, what did they order them to do?
They,
They ordered them.
they ordered that everyone should be awake at night, till their fields and run their businesses. Only after that, go to bed as soon as the sun came up.
Yes. And what would happen to the people who disobeyed?
Punishment death.
Death.
Yeah, they will be punished with death. Uh, what did the Guru and his disciple find strange? Or why were the Guru and the disciple amazed?
Everyone was asleep, not a mouse stirring. Even the cattle has been taught to sleep by day.
The two strangers were amazed by what they saw around them and wandered around till evening. Presently, the whole town woke up and went about its nightly business.
Mangari.
When they're hungry now, the shop where they went to buy some groceries to their astonishment. They found that everything cost the same, a single rupee. They bought a measure of rice or a bunch of bananas. It cost a rupee. The Guru and his disciples were
Disciples.
disciples were delighted that had never heard of anything like this. They could buy all the food for their wanted for a week.
Okay. So why were the Guru and the disciple delighted?
Because when they bought a measure of rice or a bunch of bananas, it cost a rupee. The Guru and his disciples were delighted.
Because they also could buy all the food they wanted for a rupee. Because there was no difference, right? There was no difference. If I'm buying a measure of rice, say for example, I'm buying half kg rice and I'm buying 12 bananas. It is costing only a rupee. 1 rupee. If I'm buying oil and if I'm buying a Cadbury, 1 rupee. So every single thing. Now imagine if you're living in a town like that. So you can eat anything what you want because everything will be costing one rupee. And what is 1 rupee?
Do.
100 means it was not, that means all the items were priced at the same. So even if you're buying a cow or you're buying a horse, it is going to cost only 1 rupee.
First also.
Like that. Every single thing in the town was costing the same. Understood?
People also.
People were not bought and sold that day, na? Understood? The king was, as it is foolish, he would have, if you were suggestion would have given, he would have bought and sold also. Correct?
When they had cooked and eaten, the Guru realized that this was a kingdom of fools and it wouldn't be a good idea for them to stay there. It is no place for us. Let's go, he said to his disciple. But the disciple didn't want to leave the place. Everything was prepared. All he wanted was good, cheap food. The Guru said, they are all fools. This won't last very long, and you can't tell what they will do to you next.
Okay. Now, what does it tell you about the Guru? What does it tell you about the Guru?
The Guru was a kingdom of
Is that a good idea?
No, you don't have, you have read this one, you've read the paragraph. Now tell me, what do you think about the Guru?
Was a kingdom of fools.
Quality of the Guru.
It was good idea for them to stay there.
Guru didn't say that it was a good idea.
when they had cooked and eaten.
What is the quality? Quality क्या है? What do you call it in Hindi? I can't understand. What does it tell you about the Guru, or what quality of the Guru you come to know?
Discipline.
No.
This is what he was disciplined.
No.
He was eating cheap food.
The
Who
Guru
was
was
eating
full.
cheap
The Guru was full.
No.
So,
Opposite of fool.
full.
Bull.
Opposite of fool is wise.
Very calm.
Wise.
Intelligent.
Clever.
Yeah. And how was the disciple?
Full.
Full. Disciple.
He wanted to eat all the cheap food. So what was he?
He was very good.
He was full.
No, he wanted to eat all the cheap food. And you want to eat food and eat food. What are you?
Disciple.
Disciple यानी चेला होता है बच्चा.
Cha.
You. I'm telling you. Disciple is, there is a guru, and who follows the guru is a disciple.
Means cha.
बच्चा नहीं.
Disciple.
Who do you worship?
God.
God. And महाराज होते हैं.
भक्त.
महाराज होते हैं.
भक्त बोलते हैं ना.
भक्त रहते हैं, पर महाराज जो पढ़ाते हैं उनको जो फॉलो करते हैं, that person is known as a disciple.
हाँ.
समझा?
हम उसको भक्ति बोलते हैं. भक्त मतलब जो उनको फॉलो करते हैं.
Okay. Now you understood disciple, right? Correct. You have understood. So what is a disciple?
Disciple is who prays or worship.
Who follows.
Who follows.
He follows
Guru.
Okay. Now, no, but I said according to the context here, he wanted to eat all the cheap food. So what quality of disciple is coming through?
Everything was cheap here. All he wanted was good. Cheap food.
What he wanted to eat cheap food, so he is very greedy.
Greedy, yeah.
Understood. So the guru was very wise and this was very greedy because he knew that this time everything for 1 rupee and day and night difference.
तो हम लोग जो बार्गेन करते हैं वो गलत है.
Right?
हम इसमें उसको 1 रुपए के
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं. मतलब उसको गुरु समझा रहा है कि don't do this, don't stay in this town because this town is not safe because these people are fools. They cannot tell you how they can be dangerous to you. You don't do that. So, but the disciples said, I want to stay in the town because I want to eat all the cheap food here. Greedy हुआ ना?
बार्गेनिंग करते हैं उसका तो मतलब
नहीं, bargaining की तरह आता ही नहीं ना बच्चा. Okay, understood me?
What's the disciple?
Disciple.
Wouldn't listen to the Guru's wisdom. He wanted to stay. The Guru finally gave up and said, "Do what you want. I will," and left. The disciple stayed on, ate his fields every day, bananas and ghee and rice and meat. The grew fat like a street side scarecrow.
Sacred बोल sacred. Sacred यानी क्या होता है?
लंबा बोल. लंबा.
Sacred यानी होली. होली. जैसे गंगा जल होली होता है ना, वैसे.
बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत पवित्र.
पवित्र. Sacred is पवित्र. Because bull, if you remember, people we worship bull in this Indian custom, है ना, गौ माता बोलते हैं. So he says the way the Guru tried to explain to him that it is going to be dangerous to live in this kingdom of fools. But the disciple was so greedy, he says no. And then he, whatever he got to one rupee, he ate and whatever he felt like eating, he ate. And he became really fat like a bull. Okay,
One
both of you wait. Like a bull, when you talk about it, it's similar. It's like he's compared to a bull.
One bright day, a thief broke
into a rich merchant house. He had made a hole in the wall and sneaked in. And as he was carrying out his loot, the wall of the old house collapsed on his head and killed him on the spot. His brother ran to the king and complained, "Your Highness, when my brother was pursuing his ancient trade, and a wall fell on him and killed him. This merchant is to blame. He should have built a good stronghold. You must punish the wrongdoer and compensate the family for the injuries." The king said, "Justice will be done. Don't worry." And at once summoned the owner of the horse.
Okay, so what happened that day?
Thief broke into the rich merchant's house.
Okay, and what happened when he was? What does sneak in means?
The house collapsed.
What does sneak in means?
Sneaken.
Sneaked.
Sneaken.
गिर गया. सही है.
चोर है. Thief, he's a robber. So sneak.
Who is robber? Disciple.
No, there was one day a thief. So what does sneak in means?
चोरी कर रहा था.
Thief, हाँ, क्या ढिंडोरा पीट के आएगा? क्या I'm coming. चुपके से. तो sneak in is hiding and coming. Yes, you're doing.
Hiding
and entering.
in the house.
As he was carrying out his loot.
The wall of the old house collapsed.
What does loot means?
Loot means
The wall of the gold.
Whatever things he got. The wall of the old house collapsed on his head and killed him on the spot.
और क्या?
So what did the brother complain to the king?
Brother complained to the king that
When my
my
brother
brother was pursuing his
was
ancient trade and a wall fell on him and killed him.
What do you mean pursuing?
Pursuing, हाँ?
Pursuing?
कुछ तो सामान लेकर.
Carrying out. Or
किसका घर था वो?
merchant का. और चोर अंदर घुसा.
मतलब किसका घर था वो? डिसाइपल का. वो मर्चेंट मतलब ये करते वो.
हाँ, merchant का था and the चोर घुसा.
चोर कौन था? डिसाइपल.
No, he was not the thief.
तो वो जो बोल रहा था वो ठीक था.
No.
नहीं उसका जो भाई था जिसने कंप्लीट की वो डिसाइपल.
You are listening what I'm
Yes,
trying to say,
yes.
but you just for 2 seconds, just wrap your brains around what I'm telling you. The guru and the disciple is different.
But I
One day they were told, the story goes is one day this thief.
I know this story, but I am just asking that who was his brother?
Who was his brother? The thief was his brother. Disciple is separate. Disciple is nowhere in the picture. Understood? And the thief's brother went to the king and says, my brother was carrying out his ancient trade. He was robbing at an ancient trade. Okay. And a wall fell on him. Ancient is what? Old.
Old.
And trade, you know, business. So he was doing his old business where here according to him is robbing. And the wall fell. So tell the merchant that to make a good strong wall so that
इसका भाई मर गया है मैम और उसको बोल रहा है स्ट्रांग वॉल बनाने के लिए मिल जाएगा.
So he says you must punish the wrongdoer. Wrongdoer यानी जिसने गलत किया है.
उसका भाई था.
Blaming the merchant. He's blaming the merchant. Blaming the merchant. The merchant should have had a strong wall. Because if he had a strong wall, then the wall wouldn't have fallen on him and he wouldn't have been killed. What do you mean by compensate? चोरी करने गया था. What do you mean by compensate?
चोरी. आप ही तो बोले ना अभी चोरी.
पहली बात तो क्यों गया था काम में you had
चोरी करने.
I asked you the meaning of compensate. You saying चोरी करने.
आप ही तो बोले ना.
I was explaining to you and Bangme. What do you mean by compensate?
Bullying.
No.
Where is it?
Search.
It's compromise.
No. When you give something because you've done something to some person, you have to give some amount. That is called compensation. So you have to give some compensation.
Some amount.
The judge always.
मतलब वो जो जिसकी वॉल थी वो देगा.
Okay.
ऐसा है ना ये रूल कैसा है?
Summon.
अच्छा नहीं है ना ये रूल.
Summon.
मतलब गलती उसकी नहीं रहेगी तभी.
Summon is गलती.
I have taught you this, didn't I? Then why
Summon is the owner of the house.
What do you mean by summon? The meaning of summon?
Yeah. Punish.
Called. Summon is
मुझे
called.
पूछ लेते हैं मैम.
You don't know the meaning.
पहली बार मैं
Write the meaning down.
Yes, ma'am.
When the merchant arrived, the king questioned him.
What's your name?
What's your name? Such and such, your highness. Are you at home? The dead man burgled your house. Yes, my lord. He broke in and the wall was deep. It fell on him. The accused pleads guilty. The wall killed this man's
I have a
brother.
doubt.
You have murdered a man. You have to punish him.
Okay.
I have a doubt. मैम कि suppose एक गाड़ी का accident
Okay. Fine.
हुआ था. दोनों उसमें ट्रक ड्राइवर दोनों से गाड़ी 260 किलोमीटर. तो मैम अभी जैसे उनका एक्सीडेंट हो गया तो उनको देना पड़ेगा पैसा.
They have this one, na?
हाँ
Because of their mistake, it was an accident, na? But so they have to pay.
अगर नहीं दिया मतलब कितना देना पड़ता है जितना सामने वाला मांगेगा.
Then
Hmm.
it's not that. You have to see how much of damage, the amount of damage it will happen in the police case. And according
किसका डैमेज है किसमें डैमेज.
they met with an accident, right?
मैम एक गाड़ी थी वो घटना थी 16 करोड़ से. तो ना उन लोग का एक्सीडेंट हो गया एक ट्रक से. ट्रक आ रहा था ऐसे और फिर एक्सीडेंट हो गया. तो उनका जब भी पुलिस इन्वेस्टिगेशन के लिए आई थी तभी उन लोग ने नंबर प्लेट वगैरह छुपा. तो मैम इसमें कौन पैसा भरेगा.
The one who make sure that they met with an accident.
हम कितना पैसा भरेगा जितना बोलेगा वो सामने वाला
No, if they want to settle it out of the court, yes. If they're not, so they have to pay up to the family. They have to pay up to the family. That is the law. That is the rule of India. It is nothing else. All over India, all over the world, it is the same. You have to pay up.
तो कितना मैं जितना सामने वाले बोले वो या
It depends. If it is going to the court, the judge will decide how much they have to pay. If they are not going to the court, then it is then whatever the family demands, they have to pay it up.
okay ma'am thank you for this
Now come back to the lesson.
okay ma'am हम क्वेश्चन नहीं आया
What do you mean by burgled? What do you mean by burgled? Were you at home when the dead man burgled your house?
Burgle. Sorry.
Stolen.
stolen
Stole, not stolen. S-T-O-L-E.
no इधर चोरी लिखा है
S-T-O-L-E. That is for you to see.
It's sorry.
Okay. Who is the accused here? The accused. The merchant. The accused is the merchant.
Merchant.
So the merchant pleads guilty. Pleads guilty. What do you mean by pleads guilty?
Sorry. That's sorry.
No.
guilty means उसको बुरा लगा
No. What does guilty means?
हाँ
What does guilty means?
एकदम बुरा
What does guilty means?
बोलो मैम बोलो
Guilty.
you felt some sad or
Sadness.
sadness
You also are with मांगने पड़े हो.
मैं नींद से उठ के आया हूँ
You perpetually sleep most of the time when I'm teaching.
Ma'am,
Guilty
sadness.
is when you are doing something wrong, you know that you are.
हाँ
It's a very
इसमें मैंने गलती की
So here in this one, the accused is the merchant. He agreed that he was guilty. That means he did something wrong.
पर ये तो मैम गलत है ना उसकी गलती थी वो क्यों घुस गया
He agreed that the wall of his house was weak.
हाँ,
So that is he is guilty of it, na?
उसने ठीक को क्या बोला कि हाँ
Yes, because the wall of my house was weak. He agreed with that. Okay. So that's why he says you have murdered that man, and that's why you have to be punished.
पनिश करेंगे मैम
He
ये जो मर्चेंट था इसको पता था क्या कि वो चोरी हो रही है
नहीं उसको पता था कि वॉल का वो कमजोर है. Read.
Who is
My
that?
lord, this was a bill.
Who is that one?
Who is that? My lord, this wall was built in my father's time. I know that the man. He is an old man. He lives nearby. The king sent out messengers to bring in the bricklayers who had built the wall. They brought him tight hand and foot. Did you build this man wall in the father's time? Yes, my lord, I did. What kind of a wall is this that you built? It has fallen on a poor man and killed him. Poor man. Poor man. You have murdered him. We have to punish you by death.
So it is passing the parcel. So the merchant said, I am not to be blamed. He said, I am not to be blamed because I didn't this one. You have to punish the person who built this wall. So yes, it is his fault because he didn't build a strong wall. So that's all. And this wall was built when?
His father's time.
Correct. It was built in his father's time. So that means it has been a long time since the house was standing.
So 1919.
Okay. And he says you have killed a man, and now the thief has become a poor man. And he says you have killed this man and you have murdered him, so you have been punished till death.
Before the king could order the execution,
What does execution means?
police.
Execution is yes. Execution basically when you're going to be killed.
What is
उसके
it?
पहले जो विश की वो नहीं ना
Execution is when you're going to be killed.
Before the king
हम
could
डर
order.
लगता है ना ऐसा मैं पर अगर जब मरने के समय हमको समझता है क्या
Bangme, do you think I'm going to die right now? First, I'm ready to die and let you know.
पूछ रहा हूँ मैं आपसे आप
Before the king could order the
ए
execution.
रुक ना
Bangme, the way you carry on today, this is a very long chapter. It will not be over in 3 hours. It will not be over in 3 hours.
मैम हैप्पी प्रिंस आपको ये स्टोरी पता है मैम इसमें हीरा को वो देता है वो विंटर की जगह रहती है वो जो भी इसके जो एमराज रहते हैं वो सब रहते हैं वो सब पता नहीं है ये किसी को भी पता है और ये
Before the king could order the execution, a poor bricklayer pleaded, "Please listen to me before you give your orders. It's true, I built this wall and it was no good, but that was because my mind was not on it. I remember very well a dancing girl was going up and down that street all day with her endless singing. And I couldn't keep my eyes or my mind to all I was building. Who must get that dancing girl? Where's the news?"
So why was he distracted? Why was a bricklayer distracted? Who's a bricklayer?
Poor.
The mason.
Poor.
The mason, the one who puts brick ना keep on.
ना उसको ये थोड़ी ना बोलते उसको तो हम काम वाला बोलते हैं लेबर
No.
Because
Specific terms are used for specific people. So when I say whenever he lays bricks, who puts cement and put bricks, that is known as a bricklayer. That कोई भी कर सकता है नहीं. It's a manual labor and they do it to earn money because they don't have money. And he says, what was the reason for him to being distracted? What was the reason for him being distracted?
Distracted.
you remember very well a dancing girl was going up and down. That street all day.
Wait. What does anklets means? What does that mean?
वो उसको बोलते हैं
Anklets.
कुछ भी बोला ऐसे
इसके बारे में.
इसके बारे में
Fire.
क्या बोलते हैं
Fire in Hindi. Anklets in English.
Fire.
Okay. It keeps on, if you've seen friends or you've seen mummy wearing fires, you know the the jingles. Okay, so that.
Makes sense.
इधर है
You are right.
You are right. The case witness. Events we must look into it. Easy to get such complicated cases. Let's get that answer whenever.
Yeah, so this is Alice is foolish. So he says, he's also not responsible. The dancing girl is responsible. So let's get the answer.
The dancing girl, now an old man, came from him to the court.
Yeah, because she's an old woman and she's scared, right? She's scared because she knows that the king can do something to her. So that's.
Did you walk up and down the street many years ago while this poor man was building a wall? This evening? Yes, my lord. I remember it very well. So you did walk up and down the regular thingy. You were young and you distracted him. So you built a bad wall.
Yeah, so what was some reasons you said?
Did you go
Did she
on?
agree? Did she agree that
Yes,
she
yes,
did
yes,
Ah.
yes.
What does it tell you about
yes.
her?
Yes,
He was
very
young.
Ma'am, he was very honest.
She was very honest. Good. Next.
So you did walk up and it
Yeah.
was fallen on the poor burglar and ma'am ऐसा कैसे मुमकिन आपके इसमें राइट साइड मेरे इसमें लेफ्ट साइड
Because mine is a new edition. You also.
New
mine
edition.
is
Read.
राइट में ये सकता है मेरा पूरा नाम
इतना
पूरा नाम क्या नाम बताओ चेंज करके लेता है यही है कि अच्छा है
also okay.
You were killed and it has fallen on a poor burglar and killed him. You have killed an innocent man. You will have to be punished. He paused for a minute and said, "My lord, wait, I know now why I was walking up and down the street. I had given some gold to the goldsmith to make some jewelry for me. He was a lazy scoundrel." So many excuses said he would give it now and he gave it and then and so on all day. He made me walk up and down to his house a dozen times. Dozen में क्या है पुलिस भी करे
That was when this.
that was when the bricklayer saw me. It's not my fault. My lord, it's the damned goldsmith.
Down.
Okay. So, who's a goldsmith? Who's a goldsmith?
Poor burglar.
Make gold.
Correct. Who makes gold?
अच्छा.
Who makes gold jewelry?
Goldsmith. अच्छा.
Sonar. Okay. What does lazy scoundrel means?
Lazy. When it's very lazy, maybe it's hard.
Scoundrel is calling him names.
Pagal.
Not pagal. It's a name. Name calling. And doesn't
means goodbye.
Doesn't mean come well.
Most years.
अभी इसमें क्या है dozen times के पागल हो गया.
So she is passing the blame on
The goldsmith.
Goldsmith.
now.
Poor thing.
बेचारा goldsmith को भी बुला लिया है.
Poor thing. She is absolutely right. Dog the king. Paying the evidence. We have got the real culprit at last. Get the goldsmith wherever he is hiding at once. The king's value searched for the goldsmith who was hiding in a corner of his shop. And he heard accusation against him. He had his own story to tell.
Yeah, so he was scared, he was started hiding and weighing the evidence, looking at the evidence. Okay. So, what were you asking?
पर इसमें अभी गलती किसकी होती है?
See, because they are foolish people, they are passing the blame on one after the other, one after the other.
ये इसने भी पास किया है ना.
So let's see what happens next.
कैसे लोगे मैम ये मत
Next read.
अरे मत पढ़ो.
अरे लिख पढ़ो.
Poor thing. She is absolutely right.
वो हो गया.
My lord, he said, I am poor. Goldsmith. It's true. I made his dancer come many times to my door. I gave her excuses because I couldn't finish making her jewelry before I finished the rich merchant's order. They had a wedding coming and they wouldn't wait. You know how
Impatient.
impatient. Who is rich merchant who kept you from finishing this poor woman's jewelry, made her walk up and down, which distracted this bricklayer, which made a mess of his own, which has now fallen on the innocent man and killed him. Can you name him? मैम क्या मैम ये कैसी स्टोरी है?
So here the goldsmith said, like I had to make
किसने बनाई है?
For what reason you had to make jewelry? For what reason?
रामानुजन्स.
For what?
कन्नड़ है मैम कन्नड़.
It is a folk tale. It is one of which teaches you lesson. Pay attention then.
देखो Yeah, Kannada folk tale.
Yes, it is a folk tale which anytime any folk tales when you talk about, it teaches you a lesson.
What name you are asking?
As I said, why we had to make the jewelry of the rich merchant first?
Because
Yes, ma'am.
it was broken down.
No. Why?
Why was please?
Why did he have to make the jewelry of the rich merchant first?
Because the rich merchant wedding was there.
There was a wedding in
There
his
was
house.
wedding in
Next.
Ooh.
The goldsmith, there.
अभी तो पढ़ा ना पढ़ना.
The goldsmith named the merchant, and he was none other than original owner of the house whose wall had fallen. My husband had come full circle, brought the king back to the merchant, and he was rudely summoned back to the court. He arrived crying. It wasn't me for my father who ordered the jewelry. He is the arrived innocent.
He said it wasn't I who had ordered, it was my father who had ordered, and he's already dead, so why are you punishing me? Okay.
कैसे लोग हैं यार.
Read.
Read.
मेरा तो.
Read. So read one paragraph.
But the key concern is minister
Consulted.
and ruled. हाँ बोला
Consulted.
उसको.
Spoke with him.
Spoke. इस डॉक्टर हमको कंसल्ट करते हैं. And rule decisively. True, your father is the true murderer. He is dead, but somebody must be punished in his case. You have inherent everything from the
Inherited
everything from the chemical father of yours.
One man.
Sorry now.
You don't want to study, go back home. नहीं अभी बाहर चले
Like हम class के बाद criminal father of yours, his riches as well as his sins. I knew at once, even when I first set eye on you, that you were at the root of this horrible crime. You must die.
So basically, he spoke with him, discussed, consulted is basically discussed.
Yes,
Discussed with his minister, and he ruled his past judgment, he says because your father is a true murderer, he is, but you have inherited whatever his property was, right? So you the same way you have inherited his sins, and that's why you must die. Yeah.
And he ordered a new stake to be made ready for the execution. As the servants sharpened the stake and got it ready for the final impaling of the criminal, the government minister that the rich merchant was somehow too thin to properly put it on the stake. A bill to the king on then.
Today you are really in a very irritating mood.
No, I will read after the break. No, I will read after break.
Very,
क्या किया?
Bye guys.